Well, thanks, Matt. Lee, I'm going to go to you. You have a few super chats that unfortunately don't show up on our screen due to the technical issues that we've been trying.
That's a good question.
For a couple of weeks. I put this under my, it was a question from one of your viewers, but to get it on the screen, I put it on my chat. And just want to let everybody know who's moderating the chats. This is open discussion. This is a show about trying to understand both sides. This isn't a right or wrong. This is more of a healthy debate. So please, moderators, leave it wide open unless it gets really nasty in these chat forums and stuff like that. Let's have some good, healthy chat, and let's see how we can move forward to help both of these nations that have had a hell of a last few months here. Lee, I'm going to you now to address a few super chats. Ollie's brought it to my attention, so here we go.
Sure. So yeah, that's this question that's on the screen now. So it's if war started, would you stay and support China? So okay, so this is kind of similar to the COVID situation where myself and Ollie, we decided to stay here. And that was against a lot of our family saying, no, you need to come back, you need to come back. And at that point, both me and Ollie suffer from asthma. So we thought it was more dangerous to travel, putting ourselves in sort of undue risk by traveling on planes and buses and coaches and that. So we actually decided to stay here now. As a thing about war, that is a very, very tricky question. I think my answer to that, I would stay here as long as it was safe. Obviously, from a human nature, you're going to move to an area which is safest for you and your family. So I guess if it did turn into a hot war, which I very much doubt, but there's a possibility, there's a slight possibility. I guess there would be areas in China that would be targeted more than others. And I guess the answer to that, I would probably stay here, but I would probably temporarily move to an area of China, maybe a rural area that was at less risk of being attacked. Because let's face it, you've got to weigh up this. You risk being killed by just driving your car. If you sort of, there's many people say, oh, I'm not going to go on an aeroplane because it's dangerous. But when you look at the statistics, you're safer in an aeroplane than you are driving on a highway, statistically. And I think that's the same as war. There will be areas of China which statistically you'll be far safer than others. So that's my answer to that. And I'd be interested in what other panel members how they would answer that question. So over to Alex, Guelo.
Let's go with Matt.
I'm American.
Matt, let's go with Matt, and then I'm over to you, Guelo, okay?
Yeah. I've been asked that question, in some exotic ways. You Chinese commie, where are you going to go when the shit hits the fan? I don't know, man. I think you fight based on your ideology, right? I tried to be in the Coast Guard, but that was about as far in the military as I got when I was younger. And I'm sort of glad that I never was able to, never had the push to one side or the other. I've kind of had to choose my mind and choose my ideology. So I think if I was living in Nazi Germany, I would have gotten the hell out of Dodge. And, I would have been probably, trying to do whatever I could to help, that fight. That is a fight against evil, you know what I mean? But this, if America decided to attack, or the West decided to attack China over some virus that got released, or, on the world from here to there, I would not be able to stomach killing my friends or being part of something that kills my friends here or killing my friends in America. It would be, I would do like, I used to play craps. I was a craps dealer. At the end, like when the dealer wants to check out, he always does this. And he shows his hands, he's like, I'm out. And so I think I would probably I'm on a mission to cycle around the world and see the goodness in things. So I would probably take my family somewhere outside of China. And I don't agree. I don't think it's going to get there, first of all. But if it was to get there, I don't know. I don't see the patriotic cause as an American to try to come here and make a ruckus so that some guy can cover up his mismanagement and a bunch of rich people can get richer. Because that's pretty much what would happen.
I guess this one's directed at me from Simon Barnes. You'd be picking up a rifle and hitting the front lines. Yeah, Alex. Okay, so interesting. If they would let me as a 50-year-old now, maybe that would be quite interesting. I could try, depending on what it's for. My family has a military background. My father was in the Canadian Navy, and my grandfather died in the Atlantic by a German U-boat back in the mid to early 1940s. And every year we have Remembrance Day in Canada, and I do know the sacrifice of what people do and take in countries. I'm not sure that we're going to have to go to those extremes, but this could be another type of thanks, Wesley, for that. This could be a new type of war, and I don't think it's going to be fought on the battlefield. It could be fought digitally, electronically, something like that. I'm not sure if everybody is fixated on this, arms. I think both countries would destroy themselves.
And there you have it. There's a 6-minute excerpt from a 2-hour show, which was extremely interesting. If you'd like to see the full show, it is now behind our paywall on Patreon. Behind the $5 tier, you would be supporting us greatly if you do wish to pledge over there. And it is the price of a Starbucks each month, and it does go a long, long way. So I'll leave the link down in the description to our Patreon, and I hope you did enjoy the excerpt. As always, take care. See you in the next one.